Do you remember where we ended up last time?
A really nice park up, but it was probably a mistake to go onto the west side of the coast. This was our view. At this point the wind was quite calm, but it got worse.
I was just singing a sea shanty badly. Blow, blow, blow the man down. What's that, a sea shanty? I'm sleep deprived, by the way.
I'm going to say, you can see what sleep deprivation does to someone.
Yeah, not just the looks. The brain's gone as well.
Well, as you can see, it's very early in the morning. Neither Ellie or I have got much sleep.
No, it's not a good night for sleeping.
No. Oh, so windy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not so much rain, but the van is a rocking. And not in a good way.
No, no. And it's actually worse than any of the winds that we've had so far by a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Even though there are no storms supposedly on the UK, I'm not sure if it's just the wind direction. I know they said it would get windy tonight, but
I don't think it's particularly a gale, but it's just
it's pretty bad.
We're a bit exposed where we are.
Yeah, we're right by the sea really, and it's the worst. Yeah, it's the worst wind that we've had so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, neither of us have actually had much sleep at all. We think we might have micro snoozed, whatever you call that. But yeah, we had to put both the dogs on the bed because Luna's really terrified. She's better now because she's on the bed.
She was out there
shaking.
Out there because she sits out in the lounge,
I think
out
she was
in the
too scared. Dinette area. Yeah, but yeah, she's too scared to actually move to come and find us because the van keeps rocking.
Yeah.
It's just sort of hits it and it's just pounding it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think we're gonna wake up in the morning and it's gonna be back to primer. I think all the paint will be off.
It feels so violent, the wind. It's like the wind's getting under the van and sort of
lifting it,
wobbling it.
Yeah, sort of lifting it. It's quite scary actually. Quite scary. Yeah. I haven't been as frightened in Merlin as this.
I think there's any need to be frightened. It's not going to go anywhere, is it?
I don't know. How could you be sure? It's very unpleasant when it's so violent. It's not constant, is it? It just suddenly goes, and it's quite an interesting experience.
Yeah. So I don't know now whether to make a cup of tea or what, really.
No, it's hard to know. You almost feel like you ought to watch TV or something to distract yourself.
Anyway, I'm sure we will survive, and we'll see you in the morning.
We'll laugh about this one day.
Yeah, not very funny now.
No, I want my sleep. Yeah. I need beauty sleep at my age.
All right, guys. See you in the morning.
Bye.
If we haven't rolled off the edge.
Oh, stop it! Oh, scary.
Ta-da. Well, good morning.
Hi.
We survived the night.
Oh boy, we survived.
Yes, it was pretty grim, as you've probably just seen.
Yeah. Yeah, we reckon that Merlin's probably back down to his primer, to be honest with you, with the pelting he had. But he hasn't moved at all, which is always reassuring. Felt like he was sliding along.
The good thing with the rain is it does seem to keep Merlin looking nice and clean.
Yeah, he looks like he's been through a car wash.
Yeah, which I think he had.
It felt like we were going through a car wash, didn't it, through the night? Yeah, so we're all a bit tired, girls and us. We're a bit sleep deprived today, but we thought we ought to tell you that we have survived.
And today we're going to see if we can find some dinosaur footprints up on Staffin Beach.
Staffin, yeah.
It's a bit doubtful as to whether the tides are going to be dead right for doing that, but we'll have a look. Then we've got to find somewhere quite sheltered tonight, because the winds are going to be very bad again.
Coming back, so we've got to try and be on the other side tonight, haven't we? On the east side of the island, if we can. Complicated
tonight, because not only that, but I want to get a good signal so that I can watch the Champions League football matches.
So yes, so it won't be too wild tonight. We'll be obviously we'll be off grid, but somewhere where there's a signal.
Yeah, we've got a couple of places lined up, haven't we?
Fingers crossed we're getting. And the other thing is tomorrow night, although they're not saying it on the normal weather, they're saying that it could snow really heavily. So tomorrow night we need to find somewhere as well that's suitable for that kind of weather. So it's wind tonight we're avoiding, and snow tomorrow night. You know, you would think there's so many lovely places to camp on Skye, aren't there?
Yeah.
But the weather is really dictating where we camp for the night at the moment, whether it's the cold, the wind, the snow, whatever. But we could actually really do with a good night's sleep, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Because most of the dodgy weather's coming at night. The daytime's not as bad, which is lovely. It's lovely when it's sunny.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll catch you later.
On our way to Staffin, we made the decision to go to Kilmuir Cemetery. Kilmuir Cemetery is on the northwest coast of Skye's Trottenish Peninsula, and it has a long and rich history. A 16th century church once stood on the rise of ground looking west towards the distant Isle of Lewis. The church is gone now, but the burial ground remains, and within it are a wealth of historic graves and monuments, among them the striking memorial to the Jacobite heroine Flors Macdonald. Flors Macdonald was famous for helping Bonnie Prince Charlie escape from Scotland after the defeat of the Jacobites at the Battle of Culloden in 1746. She was arrested on the 12th of July and spent a year in prison, after which she returned to Skye, where she married Alan Macdonald of Kingsborough. Her involvement in Bonnie Prince Charlie's escape had made her something of a celebrity. Her inscription reads, Flors Macdonald, preserver of Prince Charles Edward Stuart. Her name will be mentioned in history, and if courage and fidelity be virtues, mentioned with honour. Also of note are the graves of Charles MacArthur, Angus Martin and Dr. John McLean. It's well worth a look. There's some fascinating gravestones, as well as the one to Flors Macdonald. Right next to the cemetery is the Skye Museum of Island Life. So this is all closed up for the winter, but there's a tiny little coffee shop. This is a lovely place to come in the summer. Visiting the museum is like stepping back in time into an old Highland village. It consists of 7 traditional thatched cottages, and it gives visitors a unique experience and a true insight into island life about 100 years ago. It was opened in 1965, and the aim of the museum was to completely preserve a township of thatched cottages, each showing the conditions that 19th century crofters faced. There's a weaver's house, a smithy, and there are crofting tools, displays and equipment. Well worth a visit, although obviously it's closed today.
Unfortunately, our plans to see the dinosaur footprints on Staffin Beach were thwarted. I will explain that a little bit later. Right, here we are in Portree, and we're quite close to the village, to the village centre, and Merlin's over there. And we're allowed to overnight there. It costs £4 for an overnight. It literally is those 4 bays there. £4 overnight, and for that you get 24 hours. So we can have a look around the town tomorrow morning and be completely legal.
Yes. It's been a difficult day actually today. Out of all our days here, hasn't it? We've driven lots of miles and achieved very little in a sense,
yeah.
Although the countryside's always beautiful. But we had to come down the island to get LPG and fuel and a bit of shopping, and we then drove virtually all the way back to where we camped last night, almost, to try and find the dinosaur footprints.
Yeah.
But unfortunately
that was another story.
Yes.
So the dinosaur footprints are at a place called Staffin. And Staffin is the Staffin harbour there. It's a very narrow road, and they're doing some works on it to improve it, to widen it. And it was just blocked off. We just couldn't get down there. Made it quite hard actually. I had to reverse quite a way to turn round. But no worries. We saw some lovely scenery, and
it's been quite a dramatic day for weather too, hasn't it?
Yeah.
There's been a lot of different sorts of weather. We've had snow, hail, rain, wind, sun, cloud, blue skies, grey skies, and all in very quick succession. They do forecast really heavy winds again tonight. I think it's going to be dry, but really windy. So this is another reason for parking here, because we're quite well protected. We're facing the right direction to not have the wind in our faces too much.
And these wonderful bays here that they've made for motorhomes, guess what? You can't use them overnight. But the ones where we are, you can. They've even got a facility for doing your toilet as well. So, not drinking water. I'm glad they put that on there.
Mind you wouldn't want to drink that if it's been put in someone's cassette, would you? Shall I just make sure it's working?
Yeah.
It's working.
Not very clean.
No, not very clean.
I don't know, there's water there to clean it when you've used it. I don't know why people don't.
Well, I suppose it's sort of separate, isn't it, a little bit? People are lazy sometimes too, I think.
So we're just giving the dogs a quick walk round, and then we will go back and have some dinner in Merlin.
Yes, we will. And then get all ready for you to watch your football later on, I think.
Yes, we got good 4G here, so I will be able to watch the football. Oh, by the way, if you are coming here, or a lot of car parks in Scotland and Skye, if you get the Ring Go app on your phone, it makes it a lot easier for paying. At the pay stations, they quote the car park number, and then when you go through it, it automatically gives you the price for the duration of stay, etc. Really easy to use. So
And
that's definitely worth doing.
And the other thing is, this car park is extremely strict. Those 4 spaces for motorhomes are the only 4 that you should use, because if you attempt to park in the day motorhome bays, or you attempt to park in the minibus bays, which are opposite where Merlin is, you will get a ticket. People always get tickets here. They're very, very strict.
Yeah.
So if you are staying overnight, literally it has to be one of those 4 bays near the recycling bins.
Yeah, when we were here in September, we parked in the main car park across 2 bays, because obviously Merlin doesn't fit into one normal bay, and we parked across 2, and somebody warned me that the ticket man was going around ticketing motorhomes who'd done that, and she was right. I could see the man walking around. He never got to me. I moved, but yeah, so be careful. They don't like to make it too easy. Oh,
Found a dog walk.
we found a dog walk.
We found a dog walk. Didn't expect that.
I can't imagine it goes very far.
No, but it's better than no dog walk.
Yeah,
I thought we'd just have to walk them round the car park. This is nice.
yeah.
Very nice. Oh, look.
Most unexpected.
Little seats for little bottoms.
There's a little stream over there.
Oh, this is lovely.
A little river. Big stream, little river.
The Skye woodland walk. Yeah.
Well, we found a little woodland walk that goes down here. So looks like it might get a bit muddy, and we haven't got the right shoes on, so.
No, this was a spontaneous look what we found.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be going very far.
But it's just over the road from the car park.
Yeah.
So you literally, where the path stopped through the little wood earlier, it's just there. So if you have got dogs, or you fancy a walk, not in the town, but you fancy a walk that's a bit more rural, you got this one.
Well, this is nice. Just a little bit worried I didn't put security locks on the van on Merlin. I didn't think we were going to be more than out of view of him, you know. So we can't be too long. Have to turn round in a minute. Oh, that's lovely.
No wind in here.
No. And that looks to be where 2 rivers meet.
Yeah, there's a little bridge up there, look. Up there.
Little bridge up
Little
there.
bridge, yeah,
Oh,
crosses
yeah.
the river.
Well, let's go up to the bridge and cross it, and then we'll turn round.
Okay, let's do that.
Yes, most unexpected to find this.
Come on, Maya.
Just trying one of Ellie's arty shots. Hasn't really worked, has it?
More like a silhouette. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
more like a silhouette shot.
getting dark, isn't it? That's another reason for not being too long.
Go up that way.
Goes all the way around there, look.
Oh, it carries on up there, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good girls.
Yeah.
Good girls. Oh,
Mine's
look at
not
that
too
boulder.
short.
Look at that.
Yeah,
That big boulder.
I'd love to know the story of how that got there.
Yeah.
Whether it was a glacier or something. There's steps up there,
Yeah,
look, to
I
the
know.
left.
And the path carries on there to the right as well.
I think we better come back this way tomorrow.
Oh, hello, it's hailing.
Oh, and now it's hailing.
Hailing, just what you thought. Oh, yes, I think we better come back tomorrow before we leave. If the
Yeah,
weather's
you know, you
decent.
thought it was getting dark.
It's actually
It
going
wasn't. It was a
It's
hail
hail.
cloud.
It's all right, Maya. Come on, good girl. Poor Maya, trying to cope with the hail and the bridge is a bit too much for her. Love her. Well done. So, muddy walk means muddy dogs. So when you have muddy dogs with no tap, you have to be really creative. Not much fun for anyone, but has to be done. So this is Maya's bath, an old boat filled with freezing cold water. But we just went to that wooded walk. We all got absolutely muddy. We reckon that every time we wear the wrong shoes, we have the best walks. We find the best surprises. But we go prepared.
Oh, that water's cold.
He's never so excited. Luna's already had her dunk. She's back in Merlin. Getting warm. Oh, she's got her coat on. So I can push their coats in. Good girl. Campervan life at its best. As you all know by now, we didn't make it to see the dinosaur footprints in Staffin because of the roadworks, but we did do an awful lot of driving up and down some beautiful scenery, so we thought we'd just like to share a little bit of it with you now.